Adi Gimel, the 93rd chapter, Adonai Malach, Geut Lavesh. Lavesh Adonai Oz Hit Azar, Aftikon Tevel Bal Timot. God reigns. God is clothed in majesty. He's clothed, he's full, he's tied together with strength. The world too is established so that it cannot move. Nachon kisacha me'az me'olam ata. Your throne is established from the olden days, for everlasting. Maybe that's the connection from the last chapter. We have these questions. Why does one chapter follow the other? Makes sense in the Shir HaMalot prayers when the Hallelujahs are all together that we'll get to. But last chapter, a lot was about the everlasting notions of God in the previous chapters. And so we have the mention of it here. Now we're going to go into sort of a different aspect related to God's, how God's everlastingness, eternity, how it sort of manifests itself and how it has become that way. Nasu neharot Adonai, nasu neharot kolam, yisu neharot dachyan. The floodwaters have lifted up. The floodwaters lift up their voice. So there's a flood, a tsunami, right? The floodwaters are pounding. The Nahar, the rivers, they're we know, we've seen, of course, many images, Katrina, whatever it is, the waters are rushing everywhere. Mikolot mayim rabim adirim mishbereya. Mightier than the voices of the great waters, mightier than the biggest waves of the sea is Adir Bamarom Adonai, is the Lord God. So, right, we have these waters. We know that we need water for life, but water can also be something that causes immense and terrible destruction. And it seems that the floodwaters are lifting up and destruction is going to happen, but they're not, because God is higher. God is above all of these things. Now, let's just read, short chapter. Eidotecha ne'emnu ma'od leveitcha na'ava kodesh, Adonai le'orech yamim. So your testimonies are true in your beautiful house for the length of days. Your testimonies are true forever. Now, so this the one thing that sort of stands out in this chapter, obviously, is this verse. We talked about God being everlasting, but you have these statements about the water, the strength, the importance of the water. But God is able to control the water. God is stronger than the water. God is the best life preserver, the best whatever rescue boat. Now, this harkens back to two things. One, obviously, when we're talking about water, they're going to be words that are similar to the Az Yashir, to the song that we sing when God suspended the water, made the walls, allowed Bnei Israel to walk through the Jordan, the Yam Suf, the Sea of Reeds, and then of course the waters came down, and Moshe and Bnei Israel sang a song to God. And so we have a similarities between the Shir Shal Yam, certain things and words here in this chapter, as well as the other thing that this sort of mentions, that this is, comes back to, and it has a similarity, is this mythic idea, which is brought up in a number of different places in Tehillim and in other books of God, of the sort of the sea monsters and the great spirits of the water wanting to come and wanting to drown out the earth. And part of the way God is able to God has to sort of defeat those waters, that the flood waters, in order to have dry land come so that there can be human habitation. We know that Greek, the Zeus, and we have, what is it, Poseidon, the god of the waters. I could be getting them wrong, but this sort of mythic idea was something that was well known and well respected and understood in the ancient world. So this is a psalm that's really about God's power. It's about a threat that can come, but this threat is sustained and stopped by God. And to Rav Shmuel, I will not sing it, perhaps on Friday night.